Welcome back to the channel, and today we have a Bonucci Sbc review. Now this card comes in at around 120,000 coins with an 86 and 87 rated team needed, so it is not much for a 96 rated SBC, which will probably be an endgame SBC for most of us. And just looking at the face of his card, he looks like a wonderful centre back for his price. EA have done really well giving him 96 defending and 96 physical, but the main upgrade is to his pace, where he now has 90 pace, which is a surprise for a Bonucci card. I think his base card or his gold card has like 50 pace, so that's very nice to see, and it should mean that he is a very usable centre back. Now I would still probably put a shadow on him just to get that pace even higher, so he has no real issues in game with chasing down attackers. I also think he has the long ball pass playstyle plus, and he has got a couple other playstyle pluses, but the main one is the long ball pass playstyle plus. It should just mean that he has better lob and lifted through ball passes, and they should be even more accurate. He does have a couple defending playstyle pluses, intercept plus and slide tackle plus, as well as aerial plus, but they shouldn't really make too much of a difference. So now I will go into a couple of games and let me give you a full breakdown of how he is. First up, we will be discussing his pace, and for a Bonucci card, it is extremely good. As I said, slap a shadow on him and you do not feel any issue with his pace. I mean, he is not a fast centre back, but he can definitely keep up really well with most attacking players, and even though he is tall, you would think in game he might feel slightly slow, but I really felt no issue with his pace at all. This may also be helped with his defensive positioning, because he always seems like he's in the right position to defend, so he has to rely less on his pace, which is another benefit of this card. So surprisingly for a Bonucci card, I'll be giving him 8 out of 10 for pace. Next up is his shooting, and this by far is the worst stat of the card. I tried a few shots with him and everything he hit felt like it was red timed. Even if you hit a groom timed shot with him, it will feel really awful. So shooting is very bad, and I think he also has 46 positioning, and being a centre back, you do not even get many chances to shoot with him. I will just add, however, that his heading is very good, both when defending and attacking. He is already quite tall. I think he stands at 6'3", and has 97 jumping and 96 heading accuracy, so he is a real threat from corners, and this will save his rating slightly to a 5 out of 10 for shooting. His passing was surprisingly brilliant. At times it felt like he had the passing of Prime Pirlo. His short passes were fine, they were good, but just fine. But what I really liked were his long passes. He was not just reliable at switching the play from one end of the pitch to another, but he would produce these amazing lob-through balls from the halfway line into the opponent's box, which somehow a player would get onto and score. I think he played a lovely through pass to Cafu, who volleyed it in first time for a goal. So hopefully you see that in the background. And yeah, this was just such a surprise, and a nice surprise. I guess his playstyle plus also helps, but absolutely immaculate passing is a 9 out of 10 for me. Another big surprise was his dribbling. It doesn't seem so good on the face of the card, only having 86 dribbling, but for someone who is so tall and lanky, he does feel quite agile and is often able to maneuver himself out of the way in tricky positions when defending. Also, I noticed when running with the ball, it feels like he shields the ball at the same time, and so for some reason, people find it really hard to tackle him. And another plus was that his change of direction was also really quick. So again, another nice surprise, and he'll get an 8 out of 10 for dribbling. Now we get into his really good stats, like defending. We all knew he was going to be good at defending anyway, and there were absolutely no flaws at all. His defensive positioning was extremely good, and it felt like he was always in a good position to put in a tackle, and when he did, he would always win the ball. But I did find sometimes he would win the ball, but in the process the ball would fly about 10 feet away from him and just go straight back to the opposition. So that was the only downside. But his defensive awareness also meant that he managed to get plenty of interceptions, and it was virtually impossible to play through balls past the defense because he would always be there to stop that from happening. And once again, his height also helped to get difficult balls or balls far away from his body, which was also probably helped by his 90 slide tackles. So for defending, he'll get a 9 out of 10. Last up is his physicality. Similar to his defending, it was quite exceptional. His high strength combined with his height means that he's able to just wrap his arms around defenders and shove them off the ball with ease. And I think he got like a 50 upgrade to his stamina on his goal card. I think his goal card is like 46 stamina. Here he has 96, which means you can actually play a full game with him, and there are no concerns that he'll pick up an injury or be extremely fatigued. So you can play a full 90 minutes with him, and all is fine, which is good. So his physicality will get a 9 out of 10. Overall, this SBC is a must complete. The only potential issue is his lack of links. I think he's in the Super League. But at this stage of the game, this should not be too big of an issue with everyone having icons. And he is so affordable, only 120k, that no matter your team, you just must complete him.